He asked me that in the car. We were stopped at a red light. Are you happy? I looked straight ahead, at our reflection in the glass storefront across the street. I guess I am, I said. The light turned green. He drove on. That was the last time I answered like that. Part 1. When he had nothing. When we met, he had ideas and a notebook. That was it. He sat at our small kitchen table, papers spread everywhere. Grain prices are predictable, he said. People just don't know how to read them. I asked, do you have the data? He stopped talking. Not structured, he admitted. I brought my laptop. That night I built spreadsheets. Seasonal price swings, storage costs, transportation margins. He leaned over my shoulder. You think like a bank, he said. No, I answered. I think like someone who can't afford to be wrong. Part 2. The first calls. He hated cold calls. What if they don't take me seriously? He asked. I wrote him a short script. Don't sell them your dream, I said. Ask them where they're losing money. He called. I listened. I took notes. After the third call, he put the phone down. They're talking, he said quietly. Because you finally are, I replied. Part 3. The bank. The bank smelled like coffee and doubt. They asked about collateral, about risk. He hesitated. I stepped in. We're not asking for blind trust, I said. We're offering controlled exposure and flexible storage terms. The banker looked at me. And your role is... He answered before I could. She's my wife. In the parking lot, he laughed nervously. You saved me in there. No, I said. I prepared you. Because you finally are, I replied. Part 4. The first contract. I saw the problem before he did. A mid-sized grain elevator was bleeding money because of rigid storage timelines. I proposed a flexible release model. They won't agree, he said. They will, I replied, because it makes them look smart. 2 weeks later, he signed the contract. That night, he raised his glass. We're in business. He said we. He never did again. Part 5. When I became background. At a dinner, someone asked him, how did you come up with this structure? He smiled. Experience. I waited. He didn't look at me. In the car, I said quietly, that was my model. He sighed. Let's not turn this into something, he said. I understood the message. Part 6. The new woman. She entered through branding. New website, new photos, a new version of him. She helps with image, he said. She understands the modern market. At an event, she shook my hand. You must be amazing at supporting him, she said. The word supporting landed hard. Part 7. The conversation. He didn't deny it. That hurt more than if he had. She makes me feel inspired, he said, like I'm starting over. I asked one question. And what am I? He paused. You were there before things got big. I nodded. That's what I thought. Part 8. He leaves. He packed carefully. I'll make sure you're taken care of, he said. I don't want anything, I replied. He stopped. Nothing? Nothing. For the first time, he looked unsure. Part 9. What I did. Next. I didn't fall apart. I worked. I opened my old files, spreadsheets, risk models, market analyses. I applied for a risk analyst position at an agribusiness firm. One interview. They said, "You understand grain markets unusually well." I didn't explain why. Part 10. 2 different paths. He became visible. Interviews, awards. I became valuable. I made decisions. I advised projects larger than his company. He didn't know, and that mattered. Part 11. The quiet moment. We ran into each other at an industry conference. He looked at me closely. You look different, he said. I am, I answered. I'm no longer invisible. He wanted to say more. I walked away. Final part. What I gained. I didn't take his money. I didn't take his company. I took back my skills, my confidence, my name. I no longer build someone else's success for free. That was my justice. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. This story is a reminder that not every loss is visible right away, and not every victory is loud. Sometimes the most important thing is simply to survive and find yourself again. If this kind of story resonates with you, please support the channel by subscribing. There are many more stories ahead.